In this training video, we're going to take a look at creating ticket types and super types within the FMS system. So if we go over here and click on types, and then we're going to click on ticket types right here. You see that we don't have any added at this time. The first thing that you have to do is set up a ticket super type. So if you think of it like a hierarchy level, maybe your super type is called technology, and then you create maybe a different type called hardware underneath that. Just to give you an example, we'll go in here and create one so you have a better understanding of how it works. So from this screen right here from ticket types, we're going to click on super types. You see we don't have any added in here, so let's click on create new super type. You see right here that it asks us for a name, so maybe we're going to call this one technology tickets, something like that. You see as we typed, it put a URL name, the same thing that we had typed in right there down here. You can go in here and change this if you want to. You can add numbers, you can backspace, you can do whatever you need to. But basically the way that that works is the URL name is for public to make requests. So we'll get into that in just a second, but that URL name, it's good to go ahead and put it in there. That way it's there and you haven't missed a step, but that's all that means, is that's what that URL name is going to have on it, is technology tickets. So that's not much to worry about. So after we have that typed in, we're going to click on create, and you see under super types here that we have our technology tickets. Let's go back to types here. And then we're going to create a new type under the technology tickets option. So click on create new type. So like I said, maybe for this, maybe we have something like hardware as a ticket type for technology items. It's public. What that is if you click on this right here, it tells you what it is, or hover over it throughout the system. It says that this allows the public non-users to make requests for this type. So that's if the public is making requests for maybe resources or something like that, maybe we would want to make it public. But considering this is technology equipment for the district, I would not make it public. So that's just my opinion. Again, it just depends on what you're doing exactly. So for hardware, I'm not going to make it public. You see right here that under super type you have to select one, so we're going to select technology tickets. You also can go in here and add users to receive these alerts. So for my demonstration purposes here, I'm just going to add my name. You can add more than one user at a time if you need to. Then you see that you have the option to add subtypes and custom fields. A subtype would be something like, okay, this is technology hardware, but maybe what kind of hardware is it? What kind of types do we want to give the user to pick from? So maybe we have something for desktops, maybe we want to add a laptop, and maybe we want to add a tablet. Things like that. Custom fields are what kind of information do you need before this user submits this ticket. So maybe for technology items, maybe I want to know the exact barcode off that item. So we can type in barcode here, go over here, and you have some different options to pick from: text, number, date, true and false, or multiple choice. I'm going to select number since it's a barcode. And then you can go over here and select whether or not this is required. I'm going to select required and then click on create. And you see right here that it adds our ticket types right there. It's under the technology super type ticket, and it's called hardware. Now if we go up here and click on new request, you see that it doesn't have the technology tickets super type up here. That's what would appear. It has technology request, which is for resources, which is in a different video, but it doesn't have the technology ticket up here that we created. What you have to do is you have to go in and give yourself permission before you can actually see that and before your users can see it. So if you go over here to users and groups, I'm in the super admin category here, which if you're creating this, that's more than likely what you will be in. So if you go to user groups right here, I'm just going to change the permissions for the whole group, super admin, click on permissions. And if I go down here to ticket request access, you see that technology tickets shows up under the available super types. If I click on that, it adds it to the selected, and then I can go down in here and I have to give my permission. Can I create one? Any buildings? Can I read them? All of those types of permissions. I'm just going to go down here and save this, just so for demonstration purposes we can see it come up. If we click on, let's go back over here to calendar, refresh our page one more time. If we go over here and click on new request, now we have technology ticket request as an option. And then we can go in here and put a name, a description. For the type of request, you can see that we select hardware. And then it pulls up our subtypes right here that we just put in, so we can select that maybe it's a laptop, and then that user has to put in a barcode, so they can either go in here and enter numbers like this, or if you have a a barcode like that, they can go in and put a barcode in like that, and the other information right here. So that's how you create technology tickets, ticket types, and super types. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call or email us, and we'll be more than happy to help you.